All right, welcome back. This is Black Lodge Trivia Night. Going to do a little bit more Darklands. I think this is part 12 of this playthrough. And if you remember last time, what we did was we discovered some Satanism. And, I went back. I sort of tried to recreate some of the things I did off camera while I was just trying to do some grinding. Managed to find a couple satanic villages. Missed the first deadline trying to get halfway across the map by Halloween. But for the second one, we have to get south of Freiburg by April 13th. And I think we are in Freiburg at the moment. So it's just a matter of killing some time before we hopefully don't blow it. We sort of have a rough idea of where we need to go, which is if we head down here. I remember I was sort of trying to find some landmarks. I think there was a mine that's sort of to the eastish of where we want to go. But I think it was just down here. So what I was trying to... Is that the mine? And so it was sort of west of the mine. And I think it was this mine here was sort of my reference point. And what I'm trying to do is... I guess... I thought it was over here somewhere. And again, I keep wondering if this music change is indicative of, hey, you got the right spot, or you're in the right neck of the woods. Okay, I think this is just a typical Oh, there's a sudden burst of horrible rotten smell which causes Henri to stumble over a dead tree. Then you hear a sibilant hiss. Huge snake-like creatures with two front legs streak from the brush straight at you. We have not encountered these. Let's see what happens. Let's see how badly they see how badly this goes. But yeah, so right now the goal is to see if we can just hang out until April 13th, not miss that deadline, and hopefully advance the sort of, the main story of Darklands. Because I think overall we're doing, we're not bad, right? Like a Tatzel worm still looks formidable, even in death. You clean your weapons and resume your journey. Imagining what tales you could tell of this encounter. Maybe we've encountered tassel worms in dungeons. Anyway, so I think somewhere around... All right, a blizzard. Ooh, we took some actual hits, though. So I'm going to head back to Freiburg, heal up. Oh, I don't need to watch that. So let's see. It is now officially March. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're a few weeks. Part of me just feels like just wander around and... Oh yeah, it was day, I guess. So the wolves, are much less dangerous in the day. And so, again, as I've gone on and on about it, my headcanon of what this game tracks is very impressive. I wish there was a way... Maybe there is a way to know officially what they do and what they don't do, but March 23rd. So we've got 8 more days in March, and so we've got 19 days. I don't know what I walk around in the... I was about to say if I walk around in the woods. So there's a bunch of sick people. I gave them some money to help out. Oh, okay. Suddenly, a sounder of wild boars bursts from the undergrowth, taken aback by this unexpected onslaught. So this is the first time we've had... Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the last couple of menus, but we have something with our horses. So let's see if that... Okay, they're not quite fast enough. So I was about to say is we're doing okay in terms of like fighting. I think we're getting there. I don't know if I should be, getting some people into comfortable with multiple types of weapons. I'm really sort of keeping an eye on Henri's durability. I'm trying to get him like a one-handed spear shield. And like I was saying last time, the animation seems to be two-handed, so I'm not entirely sure if that's just how it represents it or if that's actually what it is. Because nobody's shield seems to be. But yeah, like, I'm getting like impact rate, 92, 95. Like, there's not much more to do there. So now the thing that I remember struggling with last time, it's March 28th, okay, is at some point, I might be misremembering. I remember at some point I really struggled with needing Woodwise. Okay, it's coming to spring. And maybe Virtue. Ooh, April 1st. Those are the two I remember. Woodwise, I think at one point I was like, oh, I really wish that was higher. And okay, you notice motion among the trees. Suddenly Henri stumbles on a tree root and falls to the ground. The trees seem to move. No, it's giant hairy creatures lurching towards you. Before they arrive, and so I was trying to remember, like, how do you, if I need to get my Woodwise up, what's a way to do it? Let's plead. Although unable to speak, the Shrots make their desires known. They wish Sigrun to accompany them. Let's see if we can turn and run. Oh, again, because we have horses. Quickly you outdistance the huge but ungainly Shrots. Frustrated, they give low groaning howls, shake their shaggy arms, and return to the trees. April 4th. And I, in my memory, the Woodwise or something helps you find, and this is the problem, I can't remember. But I just remember being infinitely frustrated because I was like, oh, now you get to grind this for, and doing it was like a total hassle, etc., etc. And great shame here. April 11th. I may have... Okay. April 3rd. Should be... Let's... Probably should have saved it right before this, but let's save it now, just... As you move through quiet... Okay, is this... Martin a hermit. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to... So my fear is we just missed it, and I don't know... Because it's well past April 13th at this point. Well, we don't need to give them our mounts and pack animals. So, there's a chance that one, I might need to reload, but two, I wonder if I'm kind of wondering if there's like a window of like, I mean, by this point, I'm sure we're well past that window, but can't tell if they scale these fights. I feel like this is more in one go than we've dealt with. So while this fight's carrying on, let me just see. I'm just kind of looking over at the clue book. Okay, so I don't know if this is actually the case, but let's distribute to C card. Let's get. So what I think we were doing is something here called the High Sabbat. It's a periodic meeting of witches where they perform various evil acts in worship of Satan. Individually, they're not too dangerous. How to find it? Your first task is to discover the time and place of the next High Sabbat. Is that what we were looking for? In my head, yes, that's what I thought we tracked down. It's held 4 to 8 times a year on special days. If someone in your party can pray competently to Saint Hildegard, who only requires 13 virtue, you could seek out the various tiny, stony, ruined-like spots on the map. Now, that's something I don't think I've paid attention to or haven't noticed. A few of these are Sabbat sites. Praying to Hildegard there will reveal the time and place of the next Sabbat. What to remember? It's vital to remember any clues you get to the location of the Templars' fortress monastery. Okay. The right name can save you a lot of trouble there. So maybe that's not because they say you find this stuff by encountering witches. I don't think we encountered witches. We encountered Satanists, but maybe it's all the same thing. I don't truly know. So I'm wondering, is it worth... Now, I could have sworn it was west of that mine. There's a couple reasons why I wanted to record this today. One, it's been a while. I miss Darklands. It's been very busy. I remember at one point I was walking around here and it literally had a card pop up. And if I can get that card, I'm going to sneak up and observe it for a while if that's possible. Long before you reach the hut itself, the blood-curdling shrieks of wolves startle you. The beasts appear. Okay. Meanwhile, okay, so this is probably a witch. I miss playing some Darklands. It's been crazy, so this is a nice little bit of downtime before I start the day. 2, it hasn't gone up yet, but there's a new episode of Black Lodge Trivia Night. We did a actual play of some spooky season RPGs. Me and Matt, Matt and I played English Eerie, and so that's going to be coming out. But I want to apologize because one of the things I noticed is that my audio might have been too hot, and so I just wanted to do a recording to get that tuned in, make sure I have it right again. It's so stupid. I had to do a Zoom call. I never do Zoom calls. But because I do all this kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, let me just double check my my mic and headphones before I do the Zoom call. And I don't think I realized that Zoom auto changes your input levels. Okay. Now you have the blonde witch at your mercy, trembling with fear. In return for her life, she offers to make you all unnaturally strong for the rest of your lives, share her 3 alchemical formulas, reveal the time and place of the witch cult's next high sabbat. So I think what we want is the high sabbat, as tempting as some of these other things are, because the high sabbat is then what gets you to the next stage of the program. So let's see what she says. She bows her head and begins. There are 5 high sabbats each year. Okay, let me start writing this down. 5. You know what? Move my keyboard. And again, I apologize if okay, we're looking for May 25th, west of Lüneburg. She looks up. There, my half is completed. Now let me go. Reluctantly, you do so while urging her to be repentant, to return to God, and to spurn the dark blandishments of heretics. Okay, so let's head over to the map real quick. So anyway, so yeah, I didn't realize Zoom changed your actual like system-wide settings, and so I think that threw off my audio. So I wanted to do one where I checked everything. So C3 is where Lüneburg is. 3, there it is, right there, just southeast of Hamburg. We are. I thought Freiburg was in the general vicinity, but now I need to check. I don't think we're that far. Let's see. Freiburg is E5. Nope. E. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got to go from there. Freiburg to Lüneburg. So we got to get going. I think that's the takeaway. Okay, so let's start cutting up northwest to Leipzig, then up to Magdeburg, or however you say it, then Braunschweig, then Lüneburg. Okay, so first stop, Leipzig. Let me make sure I put the game back up. So anyway, it was frustrating because I didn't, like I said, I never use Zoom, so I don't know. Let's see what the date is. No. I don't know how we get there. In time. But we'll do our best. I guess. Oop, there's the road. So I'm trying to gauge like this the sun up here. See if we can sneak around. Oh. So yeah, so let me just, record a session, and it's part of my ongoing thing where like I'm getting one reading in like my audio input. If I were to record parallel audio in like Adobe Audition or something, I'd be getting probably a similar reading. But then when I look at OBS, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's almost like 10 dB. This is all made up. Hotter. and I don't know why. It's one of these things I've never figured out, why OBS seems to come in hot and not match the rest of my audio settings. So I'm just trying to, yeah, almost 10 dB looking at it. Like, on OBS, I'm peaking in the yellow, usually getting into the yellow, maybe just barely. And I bump it up in post as part of the advantage of recording it, is I can get my levels right instead of trying to do a live stream. But then on my recorder, it's almost never getting into the yellow. And, it's just all these little discrepancies. Southeast of Leipzig. It's okay. So we're going to head northeast to Magdeburg, or however you say it. And I believe, like, what I was saying, like, see if I can talk him out of it. Oh, look at that, dropping, do you even know who I am? So I wonder if that's like a skill check, or if it's actually a fame check, or is it a skill check modified by fame? Is it, again, in my head canon. Ooh, okay. Far off, you hear the tantara of a hunting horn, followed by a distant baying of hounds, who would be out hunting with a pack of dogs at night. The sound grows closer and becomes more eerie until you realize that they are not mortal hounds, nor is it a mortal trumpet. I don't know. Technically, I don't know if trumpets can be mortal, but it must be the wild hunt called down on you by the enmity of the witches. This time you are in luck. The sounds fade and you remain undiscovered, but no doubt it will catch you soon. All right, so it looks like, finding the witches has started the chain reaction of events. Again, there's no way for me to get anywhere to where I'm going by May 25th. The baying of spectral hounds draws even closer at a supernatural rate. It is the wild hunt. Ahead, a human figure plunges through the underbrush, desperately fleeing yelping hellhounds. Should you let this innocent be slain, you... Let's see if we could try stealth. Leaping up, you grab the hound's quarry and wrestle him into the underbrush, but the hounds are too close. Okay. Have we dealt with these before? Let's see how this goes. Anyway, so I wanted to get a recording in just to put everything through its paces before we do the next official. And also, because I love playing Darklands. Now, this isn't terrible. I don't know if it's amazing, but we seem to be holding our own. Despite your effort, the Shrot is dead. At least you have escaped the hunt yourself. That's disappointing. I wonder if maybe I should use potions or something. I'm hesitant to use potions just because they're expensive, and I'm having trouble finding the alchemical reagents that I want. I feel like that's supposed to be a bridge. Okay, there's a caravan. I guess I could sell... Oh. Okay, I was about to say, suddenly the leader flips back his hood to reveal a horribly scarred face with a terrifying grin. You know what? I wonder if this is the first time we're dealing with multiple. We are. Look at that. I think it's the first time we've had this kind of enemy makeup. What I'm sort of noticing is that the moment-to-moment world of Darklands does not seem to be as life-threatening as it was a while ago. You know, we're taking some hits, obviously. You know, we haven't been this hurt in a little while. We're just kind of wandering the countryside. We seem to mostly be able to... I didn't want to jinx it, but I think we've got this one. We seem to mostly be able to hold our own. You know, we've encountered hellhounds, spiders, totzel worms, or whatever. Oops, it's not who I wanted. Let's give it to Sighard. And Henri has some arrows. And then back to Sighard to get a battle axe. And let's get Sigrun a short bow. And let's get Eckhard a short bow. And let's see, let's getting everybody short bows. Shields, a halberd, brigadine, brigandine. I wonder how you say that. I always said brigandine, but maybe that's not right. But yeah, it seems like, you know, minute to minute walking around Germany, we're okay. I wonder what that actually is right there. To me, it looks like a bridge of some kind, but maybe it's like a... All right. But it cost us a day. Oof. So let's see how bad it is. May 19th. We've got 6 days to go. Again, half Germany. And we are south of Magdeburg. So now we need to cut west to Braunschweig. Coming up the road is a well-dressed but elderly nobleman. Again, it's going to be a shakedown for money. Again, I don't know if we're successfully talking him out of it or if we are famous enough. Three days. Ugh, we're not gonna. But again, let's get up there in case there's like a window. I'm gonna keep talking him out of it. They keep saying, "So sorry, sir." Okay, oh crap. Sorry about that. Something behind the old tree, and I was trying to click on the map. And so I apologize. I don't know what that was. So this should be Braunschweig. So now we need to go straight north to Lüneburg, and it's 1 day away. Nope, don't do that. So we're going to go back here. So clearly we've missed it. It's now probably May 27th, 26th. Okay. We were trying to get west of Lüneburg. So let's just get up there. As you move through a quiet remote valley, you see an old bearded man in ragged leathers. He's not very friendly. That's fine. Suddenly alert, Eckhart senses danger. He warns you all of a group of cutthroat thieves in ambush. See if we can scare them away. Missile device, interesting. So what I'm hoping to see, one of the nice things about this map is that it's kind of geographically maybe accurate. I think northern Germany is much more like, obviously it would make sense. It's by the river, getting closer to the ocean. It's more flat, more plains. Southern Germany is obviously closer to the Alps, yada, yada, yada. And so I'm hoping... Okay, I'm bumping up my woodwise. That's good. I was hoping, like, is this the west of... Is this the kind of thing we're looking for? I was hoping it'd be a little clearer on the map, instead of being tucked in the graphics of the trees. As you wander through the wilderness here, you notice a darkness over the land that you'd not seen before. The trees aren't dead, but they are twisted and strange. There are birds and animals, but they are black, foul beasts with harsh cries and fearful yellow eyes. Though you see no fires, there are scatterings of ash. The smell of smoke is heavy in the air. You investigate. Your party splits up and combs the land for clues as to what has taken place here. Slowly but surely, you find the evidence. A severed finger, a stone knife with dried blood on the blade, goat's hooves and horns. All these things point to the possibility of foul witchcraft. So I clearly missed it. So I think what would happen is you're hoping to catch this ritual in the act, which we clearly did not do, sadly. And to be truthful, there was no way we were going to be able to do it. So it sort of raises the question, like, is the... Okay, so we're back to the wild hunt. Just after nightfall, you can hear the weird echoing howls of the wild hunt's hounds. Use your woodlore to find a wild animal as bait. Flee. Turn and fight. I'm going to try and use woodlore because, again, I want to get that woodwise up. Okay. We see a doe. But we don't successfully hunt it. So now we have to fight the hunt, which this might be bad. Ooh, somebody got a nice shot in there with minus 27. Again, edge weapons to 95. Like, is it worth? It's an interesting question. Is it worth getting good at a diverse weapon selection? Though you've beaten the Wild Hunt's attempt to capture you, your victory seems curiously hollow. You know that the hunt will be back and that you will eventually succumb unless you can find the secret to drive it away. Okay, so that did cost us. Sigurd did take a hit. So let's head to town. City of Lüneburg. You suspect that you'll be unknown here. That makes sense. We haven't really spent time in this area of Germany. Again, I'm always trying the different ways to do this just because I'm hoping it bumps up a scale. And like I was saying, Woodwise, I thought was one I ended up needing. I forget what it was. There was one I was just like, this is going to take forever. And so here's my shame. I was a kid. We all do dumb things when we're kids. I think I might have used a character editor to bump up the one stat that I just couldn't stand the thought of grinding. I don't think I did anything crazy with it. I'm pretty low on cash, which is disappointing. So let's start by selling. But yeah, so I think there was a stat that I bumped up. I don't remember what it was though, but for some reason Woodwise is the one that jumps out at me. I feel like I should sell the crossbow. Or maybe not. I don't know. It just seems like that's what I need to do. I need to get like 1,000,000 Essence of Grace potions. So I need to find the last stupid ingredient. She doesn't need two sharp bows, that's true. So we'll have to see how it goes here. I don't intend to... and maybe I will in the end, because I'll be like, I'm just showing this off. Like I said, I never promised a full playthrough. I've tried to repeatedly say I'm not... that's not necessarily what this is for. But, I'm going to sell that. That's a crap crossbow. Just go with it. Bows and arrows. They're faster. Let's sell these clubs. Okay, we're getting a little bit of cash back. So one of the things I've always wanted to, one of the things I was curious about doing was trying this like on a stream. I don't care if anybody watches it, but just to sort of put that through its paces and see how it works. And so that's part of why, I get sort of, one, I get sort of obsessive, I go down these rabbit holes, but two, so I'm constantly wondering, like, what in the hell is going on with my audio? Why is one this and the other that? It's because at some point because there it's tougher to adjust, and my assumption is no one would be watching, so I would then need to I wouldn't have any idea until like after the stream was over. Or maybe I guess there's a way to do like you could just sort of like do it. I wonder if there's a way to do a test. Like you don't put it out for the public. You just sort of leave it there, and then you can go back and take a listen and see how it sounded. But I feel like there's better ways to do this. I could be monitoring my own audio, but I don't know. Even if it's without delay, I find that intensely distracting. But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a way to get used to it. Maybe that's just, that's part of the job, so to speak. Let's see the quality of things we could. Okay, 24 is not amazing. Let's go somewhere else. Let's try the astrologist lane. Okay, so what we want, potions. Knowledge is always great, but right now I'm looking for reagents, potions. I guess a better philosopher's stone could be useful. Eater, see, but Essence of Grace is not that expensive. I want a couple of Eater waters in case I need to. But yeah, you really need, I don't know if I was reading somewhere. You want to have like, okay, we've annoyed him. I've heard like you want to have like hundreds of those kinds of potions, like the healing potions. Let's go to the physician. Now, the one I'm looking for begins with an O, and I don't see it. See if we can heal. All right, he's saying he doesn't have... So let's see if we can head over to somewhere else. Again, we're just looking for alchemical reagents. Let's go to the market. The pharmacist stalls, maybe. Again, not seeing what I need for the Essence of Grace potions. So, once I don't know if there's a good way to get all this stuff worked out, but maybe at some point I'll, see if there's a way to do a a test. I need to talk to Matt. He has a history on the table. The reason why actually Matt just sent me a message. History on the table Twitch. And I was wondering maybe we can get one set up for Black Lodge Trivia Night. Just to have it, but I know you can stream directly to YouTube, so I don't know if there's any advantage of one over the other. So, but again, just to have it, and maybe I'll figure out one of these days how it all works and what it takes to make sure everything's correct on my end, like what's expected, and just go from there. Okay, so let's head to the inn. Let's heal up first. All right. Regain, earn. Okay, earn. Didn't realize just how beat up Sigurd was. Okay, so we're all set here. Let's see what they've got going on with the universities and such. All set on divine favor. Okay, a 5 groschen. Do I have that? So we've got St. Luke, St. Leo, Seawolf. I don't know if that's a C or an L. I think it's a C. Denise and Il. I'm sure that's abbreviated. So let's check out. I think the first one would be C. I guess it's Seawolf, Keowulf. See, bump in perception, strength, intelligence, speak Latin. Each weapon skill goes up a little. Next up is Denny. Heal strength 100%. That's pretty good. Charisma goes way up. Speak common goes way up. Let's look at I. Oh, no, that's not abbreviation. It's Iltid. Charisma up, common up, ride up a little, weapon skill up. And then finally, Luke. Which again, if it's the Luke of the Gospels, that seems like a big get. Heals 50% endurance, 30% strength. Heal skill goes way up. Which interesting, I thought was like worse than... Was it Denis? I'm going to take... Whoops. Denis. See if there's any tutoring to be done. Let's go. I wonder what Seeking Sanctuary actually does. Okay, let's take up some residents. So I think what happens now is... What can you train? Let's earn. Let's see if Henri can train. Okay, religion. That's good for Henri. I wonder if it matters. Okay, good. Went up twice. Again, nice. burning through cash a little bit, but am I? No, I'm not. I'm going. Oh no, because he can't. That's why, because he can't train or study anymore. Let's see if Sigrun can. No. So that might be it for studying here in Lundberg. So the nearest big city is Hanover. Maybe it's worth heading. Well, I mean, who knows how big it is in the cities that Bremen is also. Oh, Hamburg is just north of us. Let's go check out Hamburg. Again, always trying different ways just in case you get that little skill bump. Like there, we just got our streetwise up. So Hamburg is northwest. So let's first of all, let's save. So now begins the trick. We missed, obviously, we missed the ceremony. So is it maybe like a washed out Brit? No, we were able to cross there. Give him a little bit of money. Hope it raises our virtue. No? Okay. So how the hell do you... This should be Hamburg. Okay, we're unknown here. Let's see how big it is. Let's go to the broad daylight. See if we can sneak in, but we got the bump, so that's good. Nope. Don't want to click the wrong one. Let's see if we can talk our way in. Rely on our fame. Let's make another plan. Broad daylight. Okay, well, we're just going to head on in. We'll start by hitting up. There's no university here, so maybe it's not that big of a joint. Let's inquire about tutoring. And then let's see about saints. Whoa, Lazarus. Okay, Isidore, Lazarus again, and Wolfgang. So I wonder if there's two. So Isidore, let's start there. Charisma, bump, common, streetwise bump. This saint may help with farmers and peasants. That could be interesting. Let's see Lazarus if there's two. Nope, there's only one. Heals 30 endurance, 100 strength. And then Wolfgang. Charisma, intelligence, common, ride, woodwise. I've been favoring ones that heal, but I feel like I've got a bunch of those already. The woodwise bump, though, is not amazing. I think other ones bumped more. What do we got? Lazarus, Wolfgang, Isidore. I'm going to take Isidore just because I like the talky ones. I do that sometimes. Like that's one of the reasons why I liked Planescape Torment so much. Because you could just almost clearly ignore the fighting and just go like all intelligence, charisma, whatever, and just get a really fascinating game. So let's head to the inn and take up residence so we can do some training. Okay, so we're going to be losing like 19 Pfennig a day, so hopefully this pays off. Doesn't seem to be paying off. And that's it. Can somebody else, or no, I guess. Okay. Again, usually there's almost nothing here. Every city always seems to be content with slumber. So the trick now is, and it's, it's an obvious question, but like, what do you do next, right? Like, there's something that we're trying to do. I'm trying to find the Sabbat. I'm trying to find the witches. I'm trying to, sort of advance that story. And we've sort of skirted it. We've come close. We missed it by a few days, et cetera, but, we still missed it. So then the idea is, okay, it's a pharmacist. It's a pharmacist. Gotta write this down. I'm sort of letting all the old quests go. Pharmacist in Hamburg. Generations, my family has unsuccessfully claimed noble blood. If legends are correct, his crown will still be there. There's an ancient place where our noble ancestor was put to rest. This ancient place is south of Leipzig. It's a bit of a haul, but I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? South of Leipzig, crown in a burial ground. Okay, perfect. So this is great. Just it gives me a reason to go do something, right? Let's walk to Leipzig. What do I care? But it's the question I was trying to get at is like, do we just wander the woods and hope we bump into more witches? I don't remember seeing anything on the. Okay, we're gonna get ambushed. So again, what I'm looking for here is usually an option to sneak. If there's not an option to sneak, oh, okay. I didn't expect talking to do Woodwise, but because again, when I played this the first time, Woodwise was what got me, and I probably should have remembered that when I was making characters. Okay, so this is great because rescuing merchants is how you get the good stuff. I wonder who has a bow still. Well, that's not good. All right. Well, Fantastic. Man. Okay, so I know that I didn't have the best quality plate, but still, I didn't, and that might be, and of course, I wasn't careful and I didn't do the recommended trick where you put everything you've actually got equipped above a 0 cost item. Well, I guess buck naked, Sigurd's slippery. It's not taking any damage. Also, I don't know when it's going to happen. I feel like we're at the point where we're ready, but we're going to start opening up like our little Discord. And instead of streaming to Twitch, maybe I could just stream to the Discord. Like there might be people like, hey, like you guys know what this is. I'll just stream on the Discord, or maybe I could do both. Okay, so I think we need to take crap armor regardless of what it is for Sigurd. Because as funny as that is, okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, nice. A composite bow. Composite bow. 1 floor and 4 corrosion. That's not bad either. So let's get him dressed. Equipment. I think I saw scale. I'm hoping it's scale for the vitals. It is, so let's arm that. And then padded versus... I'm going to go with this because it's higher quality. So at least it's something, right? And then we just picked up a really good composite bow. But I don't know who got it. I think this 45 quality composite bow was too heavy for him. Let me just double check. Oh, no, he can do it. Okay. She's right on the brinket. So maybe if I can get her a short bow. Let's see what that does for her weight. No. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. It's barely over. Let's see what Eckhard's got going on. He's got a little room to spare. Let's get him going with a bow. And then I should have 2 composite bows, and I thought Henri had both. He's got the 145. Maybe that's the one I just got, but I thought... All right, for now I'm just going to equip a short bow, and we'll go from there. So we're heading to Leipzig. So again, we're starting in... Let's get the map up, because I'm now lost. Here we go. We started in Hamburg. We're trying to get to Leipzig. Okay, so we want to go Lüneburg down to Braunschweig and then start cutting over. Okay. Okay. So let's get the game back up. And let's continue on our way. I wonder if this just remains a, hey, you got the finger, or if it, changes description after some time has passed. Okay. In the distance, well off the beaten path, you see a modest sod hut. There seems to be something sinister about it. Let's see if we can pray to a saint. Okay, we got a success level of... It's, I've enjoyed, I love saints, alchemy, whatever. It's been nice that I haven't, when I've needed to use these saints, I've had plenty to get my success rate way up there. I'd hate to be like turning it into like a 50-50 coin flip and then going, oh well. As soon as Henri concludes his prayer, the scene before him seems to change. The hut becomes an ugly, stinking pile, occupied by a witch crone and surrounded by slavering hounds from hell. Oh. Let's observe it. We're terrible at that kind of stuff, so of course we get spotted, and it's on. At least now I'm glad that those rocks. That's a rock. That's a wolf. Okay. So again, if this was a game like Icewind Dale, I'd be peeling somebody off to go take out the ranged weapon guy. I don't know how much it matters in this. I mean, again, like we're gonna take some damage anyway, so does it matter if I just, or is it better to kill everything? Because that's also the strategy in Icewind Dale. Kill stuff as fast as possible because once it's dead, it doesn't do damage. But because of D&D, something with 1 hit point does the same amount of damage as something at full health. So there's all these like tips that Icewind Dale sort of tries to explain, which it's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite Infinity Engine games, if not my favorite. Okay, so let's see. Now you have the blonde witch at your mercy, trembling with fear. In return for her life, she offers to. So here's a way we can, again, get the time and place of the next high Sabbat. So I'm wondering, what I'm trying to sort of work out here is, is this just a random encounter? Is there a way are we going to just start getting these now that we've sort of peeled back this layer of the onion? Is this going to be more common? And so is it worth being like unnaturally strong for the rest of our lives because we're going to find it again, and then that's when we'll find the high Sabbat? I'm going to do it. I eat strange roots. I feel like a mighty hero. Yep. So she was poisoned. Clever. So I got to reload. I don't remember when the last time I... it's been a minute. I like that, though. Let's see if this is naked or not. Northwest of Lüneburg. 4th of July, baby. Okay. So I've gotten the quest, so I just need to... Okay, not much worth buying. They don't want to travel. Again, like creeps, we watch them leave in the dirtiest possible way. Okay, so we're at Lüneburg. We need to cut south to Braunschweig. Or maybe, the witch, if you look for those stone ruins, there's going to be a witch nearby. Maybe it's not coincidence. Maybe there's a way to sort of manage that. See if we can sneak around, get Woodwise up. Nope. See if we can talk our way out. We did, but it doesn't seem to up our stats. Okay, so again, we're trying to go to, I think it was Leipzig. It'd be good if it was what I was just thinking. Like, you just have to set it up. Just find some ruins, hunt around there. You'll find a witch, get the dates. There's a way that's very useful for upping your Woodwise, I believe. Or maybe I needed the Woodwise for the Wild Hunt. I don't remember. There was a reason why I was like, oh crap, I'm never going to get this. And again, maybe it was because I was just, like a young kid and just impatient. Where now I'm an old man with all the time in the world. Because I'm going to live forever. Let's go to... where are we? Okay, so we want to cut east to Magdeburg. Let's see how much I can do. Like I said, it was, I got a little bit of a jump to the morning, which is always nice, but it's coming up on time for the day to start. So let's see how far I can go. Let's definitely get to Leipzig. See if we can talk our way out. Oh, I think I'm still buck naked, so at least this is a way to get some armor. And then maybe what I actually need to be doing is just racking up cash, heading back to Nuremberg and getting some 37 quality plate or whatever once and for all. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he very kindly has been checking some of these out. And he was like, oh, you know what? I think this got me to take another look at Darklands. So in my head, drop the mission accomplished banner. I feel like this is a game that, I mean, if you're older and really into CRPGs, you've probably heard of this. Hopefully you've tried it. But I don't know if the youth are into the retro gaming and whatnot, but I feel like this one it's easy to acquire. It works well on modern hardware, and it's fairly unique. And so even if you never go through the whole thing, it doesn't matter. Just to say like, oh yeah, that was interesting. I gave it a shot, played a couple hours. I see what it does. I'd rather go play Skyrim or whatever. I get it. So okay, we're at Magdeburg. So now we want to cut southeast to Leipzig. Okay, so there it looks like another stone ruin. So maybe there's a way to. We're trying to go south of Leipzig to a burial ground. Now this I remember was a tricky crossing. But that'd be good. It'd be nice if like these things don't get a ton of views. I guess I've got maybe I didn't use my divine favor because I had to reload. What does praying for a saint do? For a shakedown from the church. I'm gonna blow it because I'm very curious. What does it do? Speak common, streetwise, okay. When Henri utters a quick prayer, an odd look comes over the bishop's face. Hold, he says slowly. In all honesty, I must reconsider. Now is the time to show the church's generosity and remit all tithes for today. These folk may go free. The bishop promptly claps his mouth shut and quickly leads his party onward. Henri laughs, saying, he finds clerical honesty difficult, eh? Okay, yeah, cool. I'm happy to sort of see how that works. Let's see if we can use some wood lore. No? Yes? Okay, cool. I don't think I got anything for it, though. Actually, speaking of Skyrim, I was like, oh, maybe I should put a little bit of time into... I wasn't going to stream it, but I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play a little bit of Starfield. And then I was like, I actually think I'm going to fire up Skyrim. And so I fired up Skyrim. I have it on both my PC and my PS5. And I don't know which one became my official one. I will say that the special... I don't know if I ever upgraded to the anniversary edition. Let me just make sure I'm where I think I am. Leipzig. Yes. Okay, I want to go south of Leipzig to a burial ground. To I gotta say, like, I know this is like, hey, no shit, but I had some mods on my PC version. What's that? On a barrel knoll, you see the ruins of an ancient building. Climbing up, you experience a sense of dread and foreboding. The top of the hill is crowded with fallen stones and mere traces of walls. Some stones have half-erased Christian symbols. Perhaps long ago this was a church? A brief search, however, reveals nothing. Oh, see, to me that would have been what I was looking for. I guess it looks good. Like when you throw some mods out there. I mean, I'm sure you can. I know people do this also with like Morrowind and all sorts of stuff. Like there's some really good mods out there for lighting. I like one that it's stupid, but it includes like road signs in plain English. Just so it's easier to tell where you're going. And I think some of them are out there for the PS5 as well. But like I know it's dated at this point, but I still find it like a really good looking game. And it was fun to play. I was clearing out some dungeon that I had stopped in a long time ago, and yeah, so thank you, Starfield, for helping me rediscover how much fun I have when I play Skyrim. But I really should, because I spent the money on it, I feel like I should give it more of a chance, but it's just I don't know if it'll ever get to that point, but it just never got to the point where it really pulled me in. And so it's one of those things where like, I don't know, how much of a chance do you give a game to pull you in? Or like if you're reading a book, like you're not grabbed by what point do you say, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. And I don't think I hit that point on Starfield, given the length of that game. So I feel like I don't know where else to. Let's. I know it's not like literally direct south, so let's wander a little bit more. See if we can find these ruins. I felt like what I just encountered was it, or should have been it. Wolf spore. I know I was mentioning Icewind Dale. I think I may have said this before. Icewind Dale is it's not quite so story heavy as like the Baldur's Gate games. There's still more story than you might expect, but it's the most sort of tactical of the Infinity Engine games, and I feel like it does a really great job of being that. And I love the first Baldur's Gate. The second Baldur's Gate is unbelievably impressive, but in a way you're almost like, okay, it's a lot. Almost, and also, like everybody says, like the best parts of D&D are the early levels. Icewind Dale is one of the few times where like it takes you from like 1 to 30 or whatever, and it's really well done. The fights, the tactics, it's a good showcase for that. The story is better than it deserves to be, given what it is. Okay, what's this? Okay, we find a craggy ridge. You come across a deep mountain lake surrounded by trees and rock walls. High overhead, a lone hawk soars. The desolate beauty is quite striking. Let's investigate the lake. You investigate carefully, finding snug spaces among the jumbled boulders that might make nice dens. All are empty, save for old leaves and moss. Nobody's been here. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, they're seeking the shrine of Saint Mary on the outskirts of Saint Joachim. I don't know where Saint Joachim is, unless it's way southeast of. 2 days, okay. So going to the map, we were, I don't need this. We were here in Leipzig. I'm wondering if this is the St. Joachim that they're talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the game back up, first and foremost, because I did forget once. And let's start making our way back towards Leipzig, heading northwest. Let's bump into this thing. Or are these just mountains? And hopefully, as we make our way over, maybe we get lucky and encounter what we need to for this crown. Now, this road here tells me that I really don't know where I am, because there shouldn't have been a road right there. Northwest of St. Joachim. Okay. Unless there are roads not on the map. I think if I were ever to stream a game from the Infinity Engine era, I think it would be the first Icewind Dale, because it's story light enough where there wouldn't be too many parts where you get bogged down like talking to every villager and et cetera, which was one of the reasons I was nervous about Starfield, because there's so much conversation. I should probably stick to the road to see what city it gets me to, and then I can get my bearings. But more boars. I'm trying to outrun them just in case like it gets my riding skill up. Otherwise, I don't really care. But yeah, Icewind Dale is the right mix of, like there's some places where, things will grind to a halt while you talk to everybody and so on and so forth. But then it's just a great showcase of, I guess it's AD&D 2nd edition, whatever, real time with pause gameplay. And it's also like, for my money, it's, again, the story's good enough. It's it's more than I expected. The music is great, although I think I feel badly saying I thought there might have been something up with the composer at one point, so that maybe fallen out of favor, but I don't know all the details, so I don't know. The artwork is beautiful in that style. Wolves. Let's see if we can. I'm hoping this does some woodwise. Okay, so I think this is back to. I think I have an idea of where I am. So I think what I might do is, well, let's check out this. I mean, this is south of Leipzig. Let's see if this town has anything. How are we doing on Divine Favor? We're looking okay there. So let's pray to a saint. Get that success rate up. And pray. Oh. Henri suddenly feels an ominous chill shake his body. For an instant, you all see a red-eyed cloud of darkness floating over the village, spreading its shadow over the land. Henri turns to the rest of you and says, "This is a warning. There is evil deep-rooted in this place. Perhaps we should avoid it." Hell nah. Let's, so we know they're bad. Let's talk to the Schultz. I'm not gonna go there yet, although I think we've got what we need to make that call. So let's... Now, a 30 quality composite bow is not bad, but A, I don't have the money. So let's, I guess I could sell goods. Of course, this is how I end up buck naked. So let's see if I just actually did that. No, but let's equip, I've got studded leather. Okay. All right, let's make the call. You have found us out. You'll not survive the knowledge. I think we will. Because I don't think I think they're just people. They're just Satanists. I don't think they have like special Beelzebub powers. All right, let's see what this does then. Okay, sorry, just had to take a quick aside. So let's see. We defeated the village. They're giving us another date. South of Salzburg. On September 22nd. Demon stuff. Salzburg. Let's bring up the map really quickly while we're sort of quasi-paused. Salzburg's going to be down south. Where are we? We're in Leipzig, I think, around there. And we're trying to get to Salzburg, Straßstut, E8. Where are we again? We're in Leipzig. So we need to southwest. We'd have to get back down to Nuremberg and then go for it. I don't know what the date is. Let me bring the game back up because I almost blew it there. September 22nd. It's August 19th. Okay. A little over a month on horseback. Could we do it? I don't know. We can try. But first, we're going to figure out. We see a nearby hill topped by a ring of stones. It's a diabolic worship site. Now, I think last time we defaced the altar. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, it has. Okay, great. Where am I again? South of Leipzig, I hope. South of Leipzig. Great. So here's the other thing. I could cut straight south, but eventually I'm going to hit rough terrain, and I don't know if that's going to slow me down. But if I could get from Leipzig over to St. Joachim... I feel like it... yeah, I don't know if any of that's good. It feels like it might be better to go by road. You know what I should do? Let's just save. And then what I'll do is I'll see if I can get down there. I might have to stop beforehand. Maybe I can get down there on this run. And either way, though, that is where we'll pick it up. At least what I was talking about in the last session was like, should I just sort of grind the days away until I got to around April 13th or whatever that first date was? And turns out it didn't take that long to do it. Let me see if we can sneak around. Talk our way out. Okay, got a couple of skill bumps, which is, again, at this point, better than fighting. Because my fighting skills, as you've seen, are getting into the 90s-ish. And I'm not too worried about the things that I run into. Let's see if we can sell stuff with them. Oh, no, it's an ambush. Okay. Gonna go right after this bow guy. See if it'll let me get to him. Now, the nice thing about this real time with pause is that it doesn't feel like there's tons of micromanaging to do. When I was talking about Icewind Dale, they have a setting in those types of games where you can have it pause at the end of every turn or every round, which I guess the game sort of tracks internally in a way, but when you're playing it, it just seems like a free-for-all. And, you know, as you get in, especially with mages, as you get higher up, like you end up like, where this is just sort of almost fire and forget it. Like those become like, you know, hit spacebar, pause, you know, half a second goes by, pause again, half a second goes by, pause again. And eventually you're just like, you know, it's a lot of micromanaging. Sorry, I had to pause again there. So let me just pick up this stuff. Let's distribute for somebody else. Sighar is going to be my pack mule. Brigadine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe these having things come up, it might be the sign that I need to stop for the day. In a perfect world, I would have like a like a little nook. I used to have a nook, but now I'm in the middle of the house, which... Where am I? It's nice in some ways, but northeast of Bamberg. Okay, so I'm getting close to Nuremberg. It's August 26th. But yeah, with Icewind Dale, you micromanage it so much on sometimes. Like, I've played it both single player and co-op. I always prefer co-op if I can. It's a really fun way to do just about it. It makes any game better. But it is a tricky thing with real time with pause with all the micromanaging. I actually found that like the Divinity Original Sin, like turn-based kind of style worked better with co-op. For my personal taste, it felt just a lot more manageable, organized in a sense, smoother. Because like sometimes like with the real time with pause, you're like, wait, crap, I see something I need to pause. And then, you know, I would hit pause and then my brother would, you know, who I often co-op with, would pause at the same time, but then it would unpause. And it's just like a lot of that kind of stuff. Sort of like Keystone copying it with the pause button and stuff. Let's see, we are east of Bamberg, so now we want to head straight south to Nuremberg. And then we're going to cut southeast and over to Salzburg. It's eventually. They don't have what I need still. Nursa just sold his pants. Yep. I'm going to upgrade his vitals armor at least. Okay. Okay, this has got to be Nuremberg. Okay, sorry, another interruption. We're just west of Nuremberg. So now we're going to look to go southeast. So yeah, I might need to call this pretty soon, even though I'm not quite where I was hoping to go. Okay, so technically the next stop should be Regensburg or something like that. You don't like the land you're walking over. It looks sere and dry, and you feel a sort of mental oppression. Suddenly you hear a harsh caw and turn to see a gray twisted shapes flapping towards you. Hellspawn. I'm low on... It says Divine Favor remaining 18. It's not true. I thought I had 43, but it's not going to make a difference. Can we run? Yeah, let's kill him. What's the worst that can happen, right? I haven't saved in forever, and again, Sighard's taking some damage, but he's not rocking his full plate and he has no pants on, so I feel like this could be much worse. Ooh, Henri's going down now. Okay. Battling your foe like heroes of old, you soon find the monsters are defeated. You feel a small voice deep within your heart saying you have done well. The gargoyles are back in hell where they belong, and the world's a little better. Great. Now, I think as we travel, my health does go up. I don't know if it always did. Okay, so I'm trying to get there by September 22nd. How am I doing? September 7th. I got 15 days. Again, I feel like it's one of those things where like I just keep missing. Where am I? You know what? I'm just going to pay because I'm trying to get out of here. Party info. Regensburg. Okay, from there now we need to go south. See if we can find the road south. At some point, it should be splitting to go southeast and more south. I don't know. Here we go. Again, I'm just trying. That burns time. That's weird. The 12th. 10 days. Why does it keep... Well, I guess we stop and talk, but... So here's the first split. Then up ahead, we're going to split again, and we want to take the southeast passage. But it's a trick, because again, I feel like what's going to happen is I'm just going to... Okay, at least I get Woodwise. I feel like I'm going to miss it again by, like, a hair. It's not letting me It's not doing anything. So I'm a little nervous that it's jammed up because I have not saved in a while. Yes, Sigard's not the guy I should have sent forward, but it's too late to take that back. At least it was stamina. That was close. Okay, this might go very badly. Interesting. Okay, when I lose this, that might be the end of it. Henri, what are you doing? At least help out. I don't think. Oh, no. We have done some damage, more than I expected. I didn't expect this. The first time we encountered this, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't this. It wasn't like a total party wipe. And so I'm chipping away at him, but it's not. I'm not getting like the 10s and 17s kind of damage that we were getting before. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to reload, and we will try and get to south of Salzburg next time we pick this up. Okay, let's see. The dreadful wild hunter himself comes forth at your defeat. He waves his spear over Sighard, who is suddenly torn to pieces by ravaging hellhounds. Now I have the soul I wished for, and I shall depart. We may not meet again, brash mortals, but I suspect you'll remember me. Then he leaves with his hunt. Sighard is gone, but the wild hunt is too. Your curse is over. Wow. All right. So let's let's reload because it's been a little while and that's on me and I apologize. Let's see. Let's delete some of these. And get to that's okay, that's no. Don't need this. Okay, so let's okay, it's not quite as bad as I thought. Hopefully I'm on my way to Salzburg. Let's see where I am. Southwest of Leipzig. So I believe I'm on my way to Salzburg, and let's call it here. Not the ending I was hoping for, but with things going on, let's call this. And I'll pick it up next time, trying to get down to Salzburg, and maybe I'll have better luck avoiding the wild hunt, getting down there. I have no idea, but again, hopefully this was fun. I feel like it was more eventful than I expected, and hopefully there was something to it. Again, Black Lodge Trivia Night. Thanks again for checking us out. You found us on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe. I'll be doing definitely more Darklands. We have actual plays of RPGs that are coming up and that we have up. Different systems. We got 2 longer running games going, but they're going to be on pause for a while it's just me and Matt holding down the fort. You can find audio versions of the podcast and the actual plays. Just search Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you look for your podcasts. Follow us on X and Blue Sky at Black Lodge RPG. And otherwise, thank you again, and we'll check back in soon. Take care.